When installing electric vehicle charging systems, the National Electrical Code, specifically Article 625, Electric Vehicle Charging Systems, provides comprehensive guidelines. Section 625.40, General, covers the requirements for the installation of electric vehicle charging systems, including disconnecting means, location, and other general requirements. Within Article 625, several specific sections address key aspects of the installation. Section 625.40b focuses on disconnecting means. A disconnecting means is a device used to disconnect the electric vehicle charging system from the power source. This is important for safety during maintenance or repairs. The disconnecting means must be readily accessible and clearly labeled. Section 625.40c covers the location of the electric vehicle charging system. The location must be suitable for the equipment and provide adequate space for installation and maintenance. The charging system should be protected from physical damage and environmental conditions. Section 625.40d addresses overcurrent protection. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers or fuses, are essential to protect the charging system and the electrical circuit from overloads and short circuits. The overcurrent protection device must be properly sized and installed in accordance with the code. Section 625.40e discusses conductor ampacity. Conductor ampacity refers to the current carrying capacity of the wires used in the charging system. The conductors must be sized appropriately to handle the maximum current demand of the charging system. Factors such as ambient temperature and the number of conductors in a raceway must be considered when determining conductor ampacity. Section 625.40f covers grounding. Grounding is a critical safety measure to protect against electrical shock. The charging system must be properly grounded in accordance with the code. Grounding ensures that any fault current will safely flow back to the source, tripping the overcurrent protection device. Section 625.40g addresses wiring methods. Wiring methods refer to the types of wiring and installation techniques used for the charging system. The wiring methods must comply with the code and be suitable for the environment in which the charging system is installed. Common wiring methods include conduit, cable, and raceway. Section 625.40h covers marking. Proper marking of the electric vehicle charging system is essential for identification and safety. The charging system must be clearly labeled with information such as voltage, amperage, and disconnecting means location. In addition to Article 625, other related articles in the National Electrical Code may also apply to the installation of electric vehicle charging systems. Article 210, Branch Circuits, provides requirements for branch circuits, which are the circuits that supply power to the charging system. Article 220, Branch Circuit and Feeder Calculations, covers the calculations used to determine the appropriate size of branch circuits and feeders for the charging system. Article 230, Services, addresses the requirements for the electrical service, which is the connection between the utility power grid and the building's electrical system. Article 400, Flexible Cords and Cables, provides requirements for flexible cords and cables, which may be used in certain applications for connecting the charging system. Article 408, Switchboards and Panel Boards, covers the requirements for switchboards and panel boards, which are used to distribute power within the building's electrical system. It is important to consult with the local authority having jurisdiction for specific requirements and any additional amendments or local amendments to the National Electrical Code. The AHA is responsible for enforcing the electrical code and ensuring that electrical installations are safe and compliant. Some local jurisdictions may have additional requirements or amendments to the National Electrical Code that must be followed. Understanding disconnecting means, for example, requires a close look at several factors. The disconnecting means must be readily accessible. This means it should be easily reached without having to climb over obstacles or move other equipment. The disconnecting means must be located within sight of the electric vehicle supply equipment, EVs, or be capable of being locked in the open position. This prevents someone from inadvertently energizing the circuit while work is being performed. The disconnecting means must be clearly labeled to indicate its purpose. The label should be durable and easily readable. The disconnecting means must be rated for the voltage and current of the circuit. This ensures that it can safely interrupt the flow of electricity in the event of a fault. The type of disconnecting means can vary depending on the installation. It could be a circuit breaker, a switch, or a plug and receptacle. Each type has its own advantages and disadvantages. Circuit breakers are commonly used as disconnecting means because they provide both overcurrent protection and a disconnecting function. Switches are another option, but they must be rated for the specific application. Plug and receptacle connections can be used for portable electric vehicle supply equipment. When selecting a location for the electric vehicle charging system, several factors must be considered. The charging system should be located in a well-ventilated area to prevent overheating. The charging system should be protected from physical damage, such as from vehicles or weather. The charging system should be located near the electric vehicle parking space for convenient access. The location should comply with all applicable building codes and zoning regulations. The charging system should be installed on a stable and level surface. The charging system should be accessible for maintenance and repairs. Overcurrent protection is a critical safety feature for electric vehicle charging systems. The overcurrent protection device must be sized appropriately for the circuit. This means that it must be able to handle the maximum current that the circuit is expected to carry. The overcurrent protection device must be installed in a readily accessible location. The overcurrent protection device must be listed and labeled for the specific application. The overcurrent protection device must be properly maintained and tested to ensure that it is functioning correctly. Conductor ampacity is another important consideration for electric vehicle charging systems. The conductors must be sized appropriately to handle the maximum current demand of the charging system. The ampacity of a conductor is affected by several factors, including the size of the conductor, the type of insulation, the ambient temperature, and the number of conductors in a raceway. The National Electrical Code provides tables that list the ampacity of various conductors under different conditions. It is important to consult these tables when selecting conductors for an electric vehicle charging system. Grounding is a critical safety measure for electric vehicle charging systems. The charging system must be properly grounded in accordance with the National Electrical Code. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the overcurrent protection device and preventing electrical shock. The grounding electrode conductor must be sized appropriately for the system. The grounding electrode conductor must be connected to a grounding electrode, such as a ground rod or a metal water pipe. The grounding system must be properly maintained and tested to ensure that it is functioning correctly. Wiring methods for electric vehicle charging systems must comply with the National Electrical Code. The wiring method must be suitable for the environment in which the charging system is installed. Common wiring methods include conduit cable and raceway. Conduit is a rigid metal or plastic tube that protects the conductors from physical damage. Cable is a flexible assembly of conductors that is typically used for residential installations. Raceway is a metal or plastic channel that provides a protected pathway for conductors. Marking of electric vehicle charging systems is essential for identification and safety. The charging system must be clearly labeled with information such as voltage, amperage, and disconnecting means location. The label should be durable and easily readable. The charging system should also be marked with the manufacturer's name and model number. The National Electrical Code requires that electric vehicle charging systems be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. The manufacturer's instructions provide detailed information about the installation, operation, and maintenance of the charging system. It is important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully to ensure that the charging system is installed correctly and operates safely. Article 210 covers branch circuits, which are the circuits that supply power to the electric vehicle charging system. Branch circuits must be sized appropriately to handle the maximum current demand of the charging system. Branch circuits must be protected by overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers or fuses. Branch circuits must be installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code. Article 220 covers branch circuit and feeder calculations. These calculations are used to determine the appropriate size of branch circuits and feeders for the electric vehicle charging system. The calculations take into account factors such as the load on the circuit, the voltage drop, and the ambient temperature. It is important to perform these calculations accurately to ensure that the electrical system is safe and reliable. Article 230 covers services, which is the connection between the utility power grid and the building's electrical system. The service must be sized appropriately to handle the total electrical load of the building, including the electric vehicle charging system. The service must be protected by overcurrent protection devices. The service must be installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code. Article 400 covers flexible cords and cables. Flexible cords and cables may be used in certain applications for connecting the electric vehicle charging system. Flexible cords and cables must be listed and labeled for the specific application. Flexible cords and cables must be protected from physical damage. Flexible cords and cables must be installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code. Article 408 covers switchboards and panel boards. Switchboards and panel boards are used to distribute power within the building's electrical system. Switchboards and panel boards must be sized appropriately to handle the total electrical load of the building. Switchboards and panel boards must be protected by overcurrent protection devices. Switchboards and panel boards must be installed in accordance with the National Electrical Code. Remember to always check with the local authority having jurisdiction for specific requirements and any additional amendments or local amendments to the National Electrical Code. They may have specific guidelines to follow that goes beyond the scope of the NEC. This ensures a safe and compliant installation. Consulting with a qualified electrician is also recommended.